Hi, it's your ever faithful guitar instructor Emily once again. In this lesson, we're going to use the chords C, F, and G, and we're going to play a 2/4 time signature strum pattern with said chords. So if you've seen the previous videos, you already know how to make a C chord shape and a G chord shape. The next one I'm going to show you is called F. So what we're going to do with the F chord is we're actually going to take our first finger and we're going to lay it across the first two strings of the guitar. And we're going to use the fingerprint or the flat part of the finger this time instead of the very tip of the finger. This is where you get to break the usual rules a little bit. We're going to lay it across those first two strings at the first fret. This is called a bar when we use one finger to play more than one string on the same fret. We've got kind of a mini bar here. It's only two strings, but it'll take some getting used to. And then, while we're doing that, we're going to have the second finger go over to the second fret third string, and the third finger goes to the third fret fourth string. So we have 1, 2, 3, like that. All right? Now you want to make sure that you're pinching this chord shape, okay? And we're going to hit the first 4 strings of the guitar. So you should be able to hear all 4 of those. That's your end goal after some practice. So if we look at the chord change between C and F, these are very similar shapes. Here's C, and then if we flatten out that finger and move your second and third finger one string toward the floor, we can go back and forth pretty easily. Okay? So let's talk about the 2/4 time signature. Now, the most common time signature that we've been playing in is called 4/4. That means we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. With a 2/4 time signature, we're actually going to count 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. All right? So the strum pattern, I'll just show you on the C chord, goes as follows. It's just down, down, up for every single measure. Pretty easy, right? I'm giving you a break here compared to some of the other patterns I gave you. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and down, down, up. All right? So we're going to do one measure or one pattern of C, one measure of F, 2 measures of G. And we're going to repeat that 4 times, nice and slowly at first. Now the challenging part about this is that you have to change chords pretty rapidly, right? You've only got 2 beats to think about the chord. So you have to get there on time. Okay? So again, that's 1 of C, 1 of F, 2 of G, 4 times through. Let's get on that C chord. I'm going to give you a 2 measure count off since they're really short. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2. Second time. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Third time. when I'm doing this pattern, you might notice that I'm leaving in that little ghost strum on the end of 1. So I'm doing down, skip, down, up in order to keep that constant alternating down, up motion happening with my picking hand. Okay, so leave that in. It's important. It will help you in the future. If you're ready, let's take this a little bit faster. Let's go 4 times through. Same exact thing we just did, only we're going to go about 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So it's going to move really, really fast. Get those chord changes down before you start, okay? I'll give you a 2-measure count in again. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2. So if you didn't get it this time, rewind, play it again, all right? And thank you so much for tuning into this 2-4 lesson. See you next time.